Hello and welcome. We are diving deep into the final month of the lunar year. We're talking about Ji Chou month, which runs from January 5th all the way to February 4th, 2026. And look, this is way more than just flipping the calendar. This is a super important time for consolidation. It is our last real chance to get grounded before the intense, fiery energy of the next few years really kicks in. So the big question is, how do we nail this?
Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. It's January. New year, fresh start, time to go all out, launch everything, right? Well, the universe is kind of shaking its head and saying, not so fast. For this month, it's asking us to just pump the brakes, to pause that big forward push just for a little while. So think about it like a strategy game. The winning move this month isn't about attacking new territory. Nope. It's about guarding your castle. It's about protecting everything you've already built, locking in your wins, and making sure your foundations are absolutely solid as a rock.
Okay, to make sure you can navigate all this, here's our game plan. First, we're going to break down the month's unique energy signature and get into that core guard your ground strategy. Then, we'll get into the fun stuff, personalized forecasts for every single daymaster. After that, we'll flag some of the risks and health stuff to watch out for, and we'll wrap it all up with a really practical action plan to get you through the month. So what's the big picture here? Well, imagine the energy of the last month was like a fast-flowing river. Now that river is slowing way down, and all that rich soil it was carrying is settling, creating solid, fertile ground. We are literally moving from the fluid, go-with-the-flow energy of water to the stabilizing, grounding force of earth. At the very heart of this month is this concept of Ji Chou, and this is what we call a heaven-earth unity pattern, which is really just a fancy way of saying the energy is doubly powerful. Seriously, imagine the sky above you and the ground beneath your feet are both made of the same element, earth. That is how strong this influence is. The message could not be clearer. Get grounded, turn your big ideas into something tangible, and get ready for what's coming next. So, just how different is this from last month? Oh, it's night and day. We are shifting from that dynamic, flowing, sometimes kind of chaotic energy of water to the stable, structured, and consolidating power of earth. It's like stepping out of a rushing river and onto solid land. So we've got all this solid ground. What do we do with it? The temptation might be to start building a skyscraper right away, but the real strategy this month is to focus on the foundation. So let's talk about how to make that foundation absolutely unshakable. So what does playing smart defense actually look like? Well, it really just boils down to a few core rules. First, fight that urge to expand aggressively. Second, no reckless moves, please. The entire goal here is to prevent risks and prioritize stability. And I mean in your career, your finances, and your relationships. Stability is the name of the game. Okay, let's get personal. How does this energy actually affect you? This is where your day master comes in. You can think of it as the core element in your personal energy chart. So let's kick things off with our wood and fire daymasters, who are going to be navigating some big themes around wealth and creativity. All right, for my Jaya wood friend, this month is bringing some powerful direct wealth energy. This could mean very real opportunities for a promotion or a raise. But, and this is a big but, the competition is going to be fierce, so choose your allies carefully. For Yi Wood, the theme is a bit different. Indirect wealth. Think of a surprise bonus, a side hustle that finally takes off, or even a debt being repaid. The main thing you've got to watch out for, though, is your relationships. Partnerships could hit a snag, and romantic luck might feel a little unstable. Bing Fire, it is your time to shine. Get ready to show off your talents. You're influenced by something called the herding officer, which is an energy that's all about performance and creativity, and that can translate directly into income. Quick heads up for the women, though, this same energy can make you a little pickier in romance, so just be aware of that. Now for Ding Fire, your creative vibe is more gentle, more focused, thanks to the eating god. This is absolutely perfect for detailed technical or artistic work. But if your personal chart is on the weaker side, meaning you have lower energy, you really need to guard against overthinking. Stick to your most important tasks so you don't burn out. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about our earth, metal, and water day masters. For you guys, the big themes this month revolve around competition, who's got your back, and how you handle pressure. Whoa, Earth, brace yourself for some serious competition. You're dealing with the Rob Wealth star, which means you need to be extra protective of your money, your ideas, everything. Watch out for rivals. Now, if your chart is weak, friends might show up to help, but it'll probably come with strings attached. For G Earth,
Competition is still a theme, but the Friends star makes it a bit more balanced. Help is more likely to be a fair give and take. For both of you, the mantra is simple: protect your assets.
Gang and Sin Metal, you are swimming in some powerful resource energy this month. If your personal chart is weak, this is amazing news. Expect strong support from mentors and bosses, which could even lead to a promotion. But if your chart is already strong, this same influence can lead to analysis paralysis, just thinking and not doing. Gang Metal, you have to break out of your comfort zone. And Sin Metal, you need to ground those brilliant but maybe a little scattered ideas in reality.
And finally, for our Water Day Masters, this month is a pressure cooker. It's all about power. If you're a strong Ren Water, the direct officer energy puts you right in the spotlight with huge opportunities for promotion and authority. If you're a strong Gui Water, you're dealing with the 7 killings, a really volatile but super powerful energy that can lead to incredible breakthroughs, maybe even fame. But here's the catch. For the weak Water Day Masters, this all just feels like crushing pressure and roadblocks. Your best strategy? Lie low, focus on your work, and just sidestep any drama.
Okay, so beyond those personal forecasts, there are some universal energies going on that everybody needs to be aware of. Let's dig into the specific risks, conflicts, and health things to watch for in Ji Chou month.
So there are 2 main astrological conflicts to keep on your radar. First, if you have the goat or dog animal signs in your chart, you could activate something called an earth punishment, which is tricky. For people who don't like earth in their chart, it can mean legal trouble. But for those who do, it can actually bring gains. The second is a mutual harm between the ox and the horse. This is a sneakier conflict that can create unexpected obstacles, often coming from bosses or people working behind the scenes.
Now, when it comes to health, this month's super heavy earth energy means we have to pay extra attention to our digestive system. So that's your spleen and stomach. It's a great time to be really mindful about what you eat. Other areas to watch are your skin and your respiratory system. And for absolutely everyone, remember that your emotional well-being is key. In a month like this, stress can totally manifest physically, so please make time for things that keep you calm and centered. All right, we've gone through the energy, the strategy, and all the forecasts. Now let's pull it all together into a simple, straightforward checklist that will guide you through the month and help you come out on top. So, what are the best ways to use this energy? Well, think about anything that involves review and refinement. This is the perfect time to wrap up those year-end projects, consolidate what you've learned through a training course, or just take the time to strengthen important relationships. On a practical level, this is your cue to create that solid financial budget you've been putting off, or finally schedule that health checkup. It's all about leaning into this stable, consolidating vibe. And on the flip side, what should you absolutely avoid? The advice here is pretty simple. This is not the month for big risks. Hold off on launching any major new ventures, avoid speculative investments, and try to steer clear of aggressive or confrontational tactics. Basically, if it feels like a gamble, it's probably best to wait. So, let's end with this month's mantra, because it really captures the whole spirit of Ji Chou. The work you do now, securing your base, refining your skills, planning with care, all of it is the critical foundation for the massive expansion and incredible opportunities that the coming fire years are going to bring. So use this time wisely, prepare well, and you'll be ready to build higher than you ever thought possible.